Gentlemen, let's start that mock engine, and let's see what the Broncos have there at pick 68. Pick 68 overall, really, I'm just going to let the board fall to us. Looking for offensive line, but if the best player available is anything, I'm going to go after it. So we'll see what happens here. Scott, you can go ahead and click start the draft there, and let's see who's available there at pick 68 for the Broncos. And I'm going to go full screen, so you guys are going to have to I'm going to have to let's lean on Scott in the chat a bit. Otherwise, I won't be able to see this. But full screen here. Broncos on the clock here for the pick. And, this is not a great looking board. I am distraught with the 2 picks before the Broncos here in Keanu Benton and Will McDonald. Those would have been guys I would have ran to the board for the Broncos. But alas, here we are. I do not like Carl Brooks' fit for the Broncos. He's not for me. Nick Herbig, not my favorite either. Sidney Brown, not from either. Nope. Oh man, I might have to take Campbell. Oh, okay. So yep, we have my first pick here is going to be Darnell Washington. Yep, he's the best player on the board here for me. Do the Broncos need to take another tight end? No, but we're drafting in the 3rd round here, and we're looking for potential difference makers. Scott, we have pick 68 as well, so you might as well just click Darnell Washington while I talk about it. He is an absolute behemoth of a human being, 6'7", 270-ish, and really like the complete opposite body type and skill set to a Greg Dulcich. If you have Darnell Washington coming in, he is essentially an addition to your offensive line, whereas the Broncos are, then Greg Dulcich is more of your detached pass rusher for the Broncos there. So our detached, no, we're going to go with Jaelyn Duncan, Scott. We know that. He's right there. But yep, that's going to be our next pick. Darnell Washington, though, could be a great player for the Broncos. If you want to run heavy personnel with Russell Wilson under center, 21-12 personnel, Darnell Washington is probably the best wide tight end in this class. I think he's going to test really well. He's a unique player. And because bringing him in, you create yourself a really interesting changeup from a lot of teams in the league. A lot of teams are playing 11 personnel, lighter personnel. They're running quarterback option out of 11. Well, the Broncos, I don't think you'd want to be running Russell Wilson too much out of that quarterback option. I don't think you want to be running out of shotgun. Now, we're going to be leaning a little bit more under center, 12, 21, and getting somebody like Darnell Washington back there, who I think should probably go at the top 50 at pick 67, is a great value. And then for me on this one, I am going to take Jaelyn Duncan here. He's left side, right side, offensive tackle. Okay length. I wish he was a little bit longer. I think 33 and a half arm length, but moves really well. One of the few guys who has the movement skills to, I think, stick at tackle in the league, and just a fluid mover in space. So I really like him coming out of Maryland. I was also debating A-Chain from Texas A&M there, running back. I was debating the likes of Jack Campbell there and a few other guys, but we're on the board now. Scott's up here. We got a lot of options. We got Carl Brooks as an option at edge rusher, Michael Wilson, Dwayne McBride, Tank Bigsby, Moro Ojimo, Colby Wooden is an interesting one. Let's keep scrolling down, Scott. I just kind of want to see where they have a lot of these guys listed here. If anybody really stands out to me. Oh, stupid. Okay, my next one is going to be Zach Harrison here. I don't know why he's this low. Edge rusher from Ohio State, 6'5", 265, 270. The Broncos have 0 edge setting ability right now on this defensive line. They have much more speed, finesse, those lighter pass rushers. Zach Harrison is an edge setting length monster. So getting him in, somebody who can play edge rusher in base packages, first and second down, and set the edge while rushing the passer, containing on the outside, and then even reduce to the inside on sub packages from time to time. I think that's a guy that, especially in the 4th round, a really unique player. He's probably never going to be a great starter, but you love to have somebody like that in your rotation on the defensive line. So Zach Harrison, without a doubt here, this is a home run pick for the Broncos. And to full discretion, I think Zach Harrison would be a great pick for the Broncos with their 3rd round. So to get him here in the 4th round is something that I guess I disagree with the PFF board, but hey, sometimes it's going to be like that. So let's keep going here, Scott. We're on the pick now with the Broncos 5th round pick, pick 141. We have 2 more. Right now I'm looking for pretty much anything that could possibly stand out for the Broncos. We're getting a little bit long here. We have, Andre Yosevich stands out to me a little bit here. Chase Brown stands out to me a little bit here. John Tavai stands out. But I found my guy. It's going to be Eric Gray. running back from Oklahoma. Broncos need to invest in this running back room, and Eric Gray can do a little bit of everything. I don't think he has any superhero traits, but he's a good pass blocker. He's a good pass catcher. He can run outside the tackles. He can run inside. So I really, really like Eric Gray. I think that I would have been fine with him with the Broncos the last pick, their early 4th round. Maybe he gets knocked down a little bit because of the depth of this class, but Broncos need to get fresh legs in that running back room. We heard a report last week that unfortunately Javonte Williams might not be ready till late next season or mid next season, if at all. So Broncos need some fresh running backs. They're going to pay a running back as well to come in, but I think they should pay and draft somebody, assuming they get a little bit more draft capital. We'll see how big the running back investment is on either end. But Eric Gray here, 5th round, send it. That's a good pick. So now what are we looking for? I mean, interior defensive line is still very much an option for the Broncos. We could be looking at linebacker, safety, cornerback, wide receiver. That probably already mentioned interior defensive line. So we got a few guys here. Keep scrolling. We've already taken a tight end, so we're not really looking for a tight end. Asim Richards, this is a Scott guy here. He's probably going to be more of a guard at the next level, but has good feet and moved around pretty well. Let's keep scrolling, Scott, just because I want to see what the other options are here. Anybody that really stands out? Ooh, let's just scroll up real quick, just because I want to call him out. If I hadn't just taken a running back, I'd be considering Muhammad Ibrahim here. He's older. He's torn a ligament in his knee, but you're talking about a 6th round pick, guy who you just roll into the ground through his rookie contract. He'd be interesting for the Broncos later on. Let's keep scrolling, just because I think I am going to take your North Carolina guy, but I just want to see if anybody else really stands out here for me. For the Broncos, doesn't really look like it right now. Yeah, DJ Dale, interesting defensive lineman as well. Yeah, nope. Nobody really here. It's okay. So yeah, let's go with the North Carolina guy here. Keep adding to the offensive line. He's more of a he's listed at tackle here, but I think he's going to be more of an interior guy at the next level. Guard and Asim Richards. You guys want to check him out? I believe Scott probably already has him cut up. So Asim Richards, let's send it and let's wrap up this Denver Broncos mock draft. Oh, there we go. Scott pulling up his stats. Don't have his measurables because PFF wants to hammer home their grades. But yep, no, that's it, guys. So hopefully we'll see the final one. I bet you PFF won't really grade all of these great because we like some guys a little bit more, but that's okay. And we're getting our grade now from overall draft. We got a B for Darnell Washington, a B plus for Zach Harrison. Is that a D minus for Zach Harrison? That's stupid if that's a D minus. A D for Eric Gray, and then a B for Asim Richards. Broncos are going to have more picks than this when the time comes. We really leaned into the offense here. Got everything besides quarterback and wide receiver. But yeah, this would be a fun one. And I think you have 2 potential starters there in the 3rd round with the Broncos. Maybe even 3 starters if you want to view Zach Harrison as a base package starter. So yeah, I would be ecstatic with this draft for the Broncos. 5 picks is a little bit small. You can't hit every single need, every single position, but I think we got value overall.